Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Did you know it is all over? Yes, we saved our troops. We were maybe we shouldn't say we were victorious. But it's time to cool out, right? As you promised during the campaign. And if you're not quite certain what I'm talking about, President Obama just made a speech again last night. But for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines.
Still keeps his withdrawal timetable in Afghanistan, but expects to win the war before we leave.
That, folks, is a little coyote moment that he has told everybody he's pulling the troops out and we're not winning anything, but because of he said that we can do it diplomatically.
Oh.
They said he's lost all interest in fighting anymore.
Well, he did announce an end to the U.S. combat mission in Iraq.
And he also announced the end to the thing in Afghanistan in, I think, less than 11 months now. And
Obama suggested that Bush against the soldiers by saying he supported them.
Now, Bush is a patriot, and he supports the American troops, but they said it was done in a sarcastic tone, meaning that he was attacking George Bush again because the entire speech was an attack against Bush. The whole speech was an anti-Bush speech. I think they said he used anti-Bush rhetoric 19 times in 18 minutes.
Oh, well, one a minute. Yep. Obama to prove why he is America's greatest president and bring peace to the Middle East.
I know. They're basically, the Hamas killed like 5 people, 5 Israelis yesterday. They won't even meet in this country unless Israel gives up all its settlements. And the preconditions are basically never going to be made, but don't worry, Obama is blaming the Israelis for making no effort.
And Obama considering Mayor Bloomberg for Treasury Secretary.
I know. I mean, Geithner is on the way out. But he's not on the way out because Obama's going to appoint him to probably Federal Reserve head now.
Why? Oh, you mean when you get in trouble, you get promoted?
Yeah, in Obama, because that's how Democrats do it. Instead of just simply having a call and saying, I completely support you, and then fire him the next day, the Democrats simply give him a different position. Well, because if what they was doing wasn't working, there's no reason to get rid of them, because maybe it'll work the next time.
And do you think Bloomberg's getting that because he supported the mosque being built in New York?
Yep, that's why he supported the mosque, because he knew he had an opportunity. Okay, he knows he's going to lose his battle in the Supreme Court of New York to stay mayor of the city, because the law specifically is you can only serve 2 terms. The term limit thing has been constitutionally approved. He simply ignored it and challenged it in the court system, and if they rule against him, they throw his butt out. But if he's Secretary of the Treasury, he doesn't care.
And he's already out anyway, right?
That's right.
After the greatest unnecessary speech ever from the Oval Office, the Republicans now know it's all over for them as a political party.
Oh yeah, because the mainstream press was just gushing over, and how could in 18 minutes someone said so many things that are going to reshape the world. I mean, I heard this. I mean, just one Obama. I mean, Juan Williams basically throw up with his praise on Obama and other black reporters. The praise was so gushing. Well, and he never said that he didn't support the surge, and he never did that. And they're running things. Well, later on in his speech, he said that he supported the troops. That's not what Juan Williams and the others were saying. They said at no time did the president ever have any doubts of victory and all of this. Every time he opened his mouth, he said that we couldn't win. And therefore, well, it's a failed policy before. We're just sacrificing more troops for a failed policy that cannot possibly work. That doesn't say he supported the surge, is it? But he took credit for the victory, though, last night.
Obama says reviving the economy from Bush's mistakes, the most urgent task.
Yeah, but he's been saying that for 18 months and hasn't even started yet.
I know.
Well, he said this morning, well, I created the stimulus, and the stimulus has saved or created 3.5 million jobs. Every month they revise the totals downward on the jobs the private sector is doing, and nobody is hiring anybody. This morning it's up on This morning the stock market is up on the fact that durable goods sales rose in August. Well, yeah, it's called that the automobiles are being delivered to the lots. Nobody's buying them because sales went down in August.
Because of Bush's war, which I ended, he damaged the middle class and small business, and I need a Democratic House and Senate to turn this around.
That's called a Mary Jane Obama moment, folks. He controls the House and the Senate now. And they haven't been able to do anything. But give me a second chance and I'll be able to do the things that I promised that I was going to do before and didn't do because nobody in my party even liked it.
Well, he's trying to keep him. He's trying to keep himself in office anyway.
Well, they said they're running away from Nancy Pelosi and Reid. They said that the Reid will probably lose his Senate position simply because his own party is running away from it. They don't. They basically. I don't know Harry Reid. I don't know Nancy Pelosi. I think Pelosi is going to be out. This is her
Really?
This is her last time as from San Francisco because she got nothing. She had an unbeatable proof house and got absolutely not one thing that she wanted on the left.
Oh, are you serious?
They got none of it. All Obama. Obama couldn't get the left's proposals through in the way they wanted them, and basically the people in San Francisco are pissed about it. So Pelosi's gone the next time.
I know. They're thinking you were Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
And you still couldn't get it done. And a majority.
I think they had like a 39-seat majority and could not get things done.
Is Iraq combat really over for the U.S.?
Well, no, combat's never been over in Korea, and we've been there 60 years.
Clemens in high court tells judge, not guilty. Bush was responsible.
Well, they said it was a lax era. I loved it. It was a lax era under George Bush. And things were simply not being, the regulations weren't as tight as they should have been. And if something did happen, I was not responsible. The Bush administration was.
Mm-hmm.
These are liberal Democrats.
Mm-hmm. And Obama to use Bush's war money for green energy jobs to get workers back to work.
It's going to cost $4 trillion, they said, to build the infrastructure for just wind power alone. And it's not going to happen because it's going to end up even the president admits it will cost you $1,000 to $2,000 a year more for green energy than it does for regular energy, but we must go green. Well, every green industry in the business is going down the toilet because people, well, we give you $7,000 tax credit. You still got to pay the bill before you get the tax credit.
Most Republicans think Obama sympathizes with Islamist goals.
Let's see. That isn't even a stupid thing because they know he sympathizes with Islamic goals. The guy, I mean, okay, they would think it was strange if his name was, Martin Luther. But Barack Hussein, Obama, and Muslim goals? That's not a very difficult thing to put two and two together. Let's see, his father's a Muslim. He was raised in Muslim areas. He had a Muslim education. And he basically bows before the head of the Muslim world. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
President and the media went ahead long into Beck's trap and come out damaged.
Well, they were basically, the worst they could say was a predominantly white thing because there was no political speeches, there was nothing but religious leaders talking about restoring our country's values. And basically it gets stomped on the smaller rally of Sharpton who was condemning him as being racist and a political part, trying to smear the day. And basically they have Martin Luther King's family up there, they got people in the civil rights movement up there, all of them talking about restoring this country's faith, which was not a great thing for the press to go after, folks.
New Gulf compensation chief lags in processing spill claims.
Because it's a government job. And basically what he's doing, a very simple way of doing it, well, we simply deny all the claims. If you don't have little pieces of paper to show that you were going to make this much money, then you can't get compensated for it. Well, you don't know how many fish you're going to catch. You don't know how many tourists are going to come. You don't know how much food you're going to sell. So basically, I think with $300 million in claims is all they've justified.
Mm-hmm. New York City Community Board head wants interfaith center.
Because it doesn't make any difference whether it's the right thing to do. We have to outreach to the Muslim world to show that we are better than they are.
And U.S. pediatricians decry media's portrayal of sex.
I think they tell everybody if you're too young, you get pregnant. It's a no-no. So.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay. You can tell people that they're not walking off a bridge, but if you walk off the bridge and kill yourself doing it, you actually walked off the bridge, whether they say it or not.